Everything changed but the motivation. City to city, the same song who on the station. Controlling the interest. Look how these kids dress. You cashing them.
Yo, what up, though? All Purpose Podcast. As you can see, I'm still in the car. We started a couple minutes late. I'm rocking right now. I just got out of karate class, so sustained a little injury. Had to take care of that real quick. Now I'm heading to the crib. We're about to get into this NFL draft in just a few minutes. The crew will be on in a minute. You know what I'm saying? We've been texting a little bit this morning, trying to piece some things together to talk to y'all about today. And I, for one, am extremely excited about conversing about the draft. Needless to say, I've been highly surprised by some of the things I've seen. I mean, the one goes without speaking, but we will get to it momentarily. I have my concerns about the way this thing is playing out, but I also have my thoughts about why it has. So yeah. Thank y'all so much for being here. Like for whoever's watching right now, we appreciate you. Whether you be watching on YouTube or Rumble, either way, very glad to have you here. I'm just gonna wait for the crew and I'll do introductions and all that stuff. They should be here momentarily, as I said. But I just got to the house, so I'm about to get to my computer so we can do this the right way. You know? Oh man. A major salute to everybody who has been consistently locking in with All Purpose. Yo. Oh, you know what? He's sending the details out to a few people to try to get them on board. And that's cool. You know, I'm looking forward to that personally. We always look forward to having new heads on, you know what I'm saying? Checking the vibe. We are absolutely positively ecstatic about the network. So thank you to all of y'all. We just did our 30th Monday Night Live this past Monday. It was awesome. I enjoyed it. One of the things that I do appreciate most about hiding with these brothers, that leads right to the overall theme of the podcast network. You know, we only involve ourselves in real talk. So, yeah, we only involve ourselves in real talk. So, huh? Hey, I just got here. I'm actually on the live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast, the Saturday Night Live Podcast, Saturday Night Primetime Podcast. Should I say Saturday afternoon? How was everybody's weekend going? How was your draft? We're gonna find out how y'all feel about the draft. The brothers will be here in a minute. Brothers will check in with y'all. Just finishing up the last part of the draft right now. My team did pretty well. Hope everybody else's did. It's a little awkward, but it's a little too early for early predictions. But we'll definitely get into that. Shador Sanders is on the table today. His draft fall.
Yeah, indeed. I'm coming, bro. I just got to the crib. I'm getting on the computer right now, so I can get off this phone.
Any draft surprises or any draft slides that y'all might have saw or didn't foresee? Any bust or perceived bust?
Oh, I definitely got some. Hold up. Let me get my life together here. Boom. Here we go. I'm in the right one. Why is the wrong banner up there? That's weird. Time for the sport to be. Yes. Boom. All right, let's get out of there.
Oh yeah. Now we cooking, baby. Now we cooking. So what's up? All right. Ready. Y'all already know what it is, man. Evan Almighty should be with us shortly, but we can't wait. So you know what I'm saying? Take these glasses off. I got a little swelling going on here. I punched something a little too hard today. Punched something a little too hard today. Y'all already know, man. All purpose podcast in the building, potting for the sport if it never sounded so good. Of course, I am Seven Da Pantha, aka the Carolina Hurricane Ridiculous Slang, aka your baby mama's favorite rapper, aka Pie Strickland, if you get the point. And of course, I got Phantom in the building with me. What's going on, brother?
Nothing much, Phantom Shelf. Welcome everybody to this Saturday podcast. Been looking forward to it.
2 ticks. Let me grab my headphones. I don't want to be all.
Sorry for any delays we might have had today, but we got a lot of shit to get into with this draft because it was a lot. I'm still unpacking it as it goes along.
Ooh, I forgot something. There we go. Now we cooking. I'm
still unpacking it as we go. So
now we cooking. Aha! Let's get it. Oh man, so we gotta. I know we gotta get into this draft business. But you know, I also want to. Look, man, I just gotta say this before we get into draft business. I'm very, very unhappy with the current standing of the NBA playoffs for a specific team. I don't really got to say what team that is. Not real sure how we down 2-1 to Minnesota right now. But actually, I do know how we're down 2-1 to Minnesota right now. When you have players who specialize in scoring points and they don't do that, it could be problematic. Definitely, it could be problematic. So I think that one of the things that we're gonna have to do is definitely play better defense. Hold up. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh yeah. Turn it on. That's the first move. Aha. There we go. Yeah, we definitely gonna have to play better defense. Jeez, man. All right. There we go.
Good.
Yes, golden. Okay, so playoffs. I'm gonna start there real quick, just because I want to say I'm very upset that we're down 2-1 to Minnesota right now. Very upset. Um, I don't know why. I mean, I do know why, but I don't know why. Um, Luka's not shooting very well. LeBron hasn't played great. Austin Reeves is not delivering. The three players that we need to perform the most have not been playing to the best of their ability. Um, and Julius Randle is having a field day. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how that turns out. But has there been, other than Minnesota being up 2-1 on the Lakers right now, is there anything in the NBA playoffs you've seen so far that's been like, what?
No, not really. Hey, home court ain't home court no more.
That part right there. Yeah, that's been the part that I think that's been most surprising to me. Home court advantage used to mean something back whenever, but don't seem like it matters much right now. I don't know. I know we ain't got a whole lot of time, so we can dive into the NBA playoffs on our regular live. Um, this NFL draft been crazy, man. It's been super wild. I guess we should start with the elephant in the room, maybe. I guess the elephant in the room. Now we'll get to that in a minute. Let me ask you though, as far as how things have progressed so far, how do you think your team has done in regards to drafting, in regards to what they need?
I'm actually okay with it. The Teddy Miller draft kind of shocked me, even though I said that shit as a joke. And I sent the text to you as soon as they drafted. I said, I'll be damned if I didn't say that shit in jest. And the
You
damn
called
thing
it.
happened.
You called it, bro. You called it. And I was shocked when they drafted him too, because I was like, damn, that's exactly who he said they was gonna get.
Yeah, I made the joke like, well, you watch film, but maybe that's a smoke screen, maybe it's not. But no, it went pretty well as far as the back half of the draft. I have not seen the last pick, the 6th-round pick just yet. I think that just went in because that's our last pick of the 6th round.
Who did the Panthers get round 6? The Panthers got. Damn,
I'm gonna
Colts
look
had
at it
2 picks
myself
back
right
to
now.
back. The Colts had 2 picks back to back. Oh yeah. Now I feel like I'm pie. Here we go. Now I feel like I'm pie. Oh, y'all picked Jimmy Horn, another wide receiver from Colorado. And look, dang, LeJohntay Wester from Colorado, another wide receiver, got drafted by the Ravens. Now, here's my thing. When you see all these Colorado wide receivers getting drafted, right?
Yeah.
That says something to me. That says something to me. And I'd be very, 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 very curious to see how they perform in the NFL. If that was a product of what they was doing in college, or if they're actually that good. I I ain't gonna lie. I said it before, and I meant it when I said it. Genty, okay, yes, he's awesome. He's awesome. Um, I don't know that I take him that high. We did have a need for another running back. We did have a need for another running back. That's true. However, um, the way that we moved in this draft, unfortunately, tells me that Pete Carroll believes that Geno Smith and Aiden O'Connell uh, represent a competent quarterback room. I don't agree, but we'll see what happens. Um, as the rounds continued to go, some of the things that I was seeing was weird. The Jacksonville trading up to number 2 to take Travis Hunter was completely unexpected for me. I really thought Cleveland was going to take him, but I'm assuming in this juncture, because they were willing to do that trade, knowing that Jacksonville was going to take Travis Hunter, that they realized that maybe Travis Hunter's skill set wasn't exactly what they needed right now. And I can respect it. I can respect it if you know that that's not what you need. You just drafted Brian Thomas Jr. last year. You know what I'm saying? So now you got Brian Thomas Jr. on one side, Travis Hunter either on the other side or in the slot. I'll say this much: Trevor Lawrence is running out of excuses really fast. So
Yeah.
he's running out of excuses really fast. I
But you
wasn't
gotta
shocked
say
at
so.
all. I'm sorry, go ahead.
But you gotta go. But you gotta do something. you got to give Cleveland a little bit of credit here. Cleveland kind of stole the draft a little bit with that though,
Yes.
and they still ended up taking Shador in the 5th round, and you
Yep.
still end up getting Mason Graham in the 1st round out of Michigan. Did you
But
really
they
need Travis Hunter? Okay, possibly. He's a talent, of course. I'm not gonna deny that, but you kind of got what you needed, and you gotta. Shador became a luxury pick, almost really a need, but a luxury pick if you want to say it that way. Unfortunately.
true indeed. I think San Diego made a great move in the first round picking up Omarion Hampton. Um, a lot of people didn't have him going round one. But after I went back and started and watched some footage of him playing because I didn't get a lot of chances to watch Carolina play football this year. I went back and watched some highlights of him playing. And I was like, man, he's gonna make somebody really happy. He has all of the tools. You know what I'm saying? He's good out of the backfield receiving. He runs hard. He's got speed. Um, I think he's gonna be a good addition for the Chargers. Um, I don't. I think the thing that shocked me the most in the first round, other than the elephant in the room, um, was probably the Giants taking Jackson Dart. That probably shocked me the most. Um, Now his NFL comp, according to most experts, is Jalen Hurts. I don't know that I agree with that. There are some similarities, absolutely. But let me ask you this: was Jackson Dart really the second best quarterback in the draft?
Remember, I always say athleticism, talent, upside. He
True.
has that. Now, if you're just
This is
saying
true.
play play the position and all that, well, then yeah, the Shador Sanders thing becomes a thing. But there's some things you can't teach physically, and then there's some
Mm,
things you can't teach intangibly or mentally.
right. Absolutely.
So I'm gonna
Oh yeah.
go. If they felt that way, then okay. I mean, first round is first round. You felt that way about him, then yeah, you went back and got him. Something in there said you want him, so you got him behind Russell. You got him behind Jameis.
I
So
want. What do that mean for them that they even drafted him? Because I'm imagining that means I know they got Russell on a 1 year deal. I think James signed a
mhm,
2 year deal, but I know they're
mhm.
both 30 plus. You know what I'm saying? They're both 30 plus. Jackson Dart. Now, as much as I don't believe he was the second best quarterback in the draft, I do believe that he may actually be the perfect quarterback for Brian Daboll's offense. Um,
I think that's what that's saying also.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. He kind of
I think
reminds me of a more battle tested in college version of Daniel Jones.
that's what this is also saying is they may stick with Brian Daboll more.
I
They
think they I think they should.
might back Brian Daboll.
I hope so. I hope so. I
Now
actually
if
think
you
that I think Brian Daboll had the misfortune of getting his head coaching opportunity with an organization that doesn't that is still trying to figure out exactly who they are, and that's he's kind of helping them figure that out just by virtue of how he does what he does. But um, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. I did like that though. I did like that. I like the pick. I was just surprised by it. After I got over my shock, I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. I can see that. Mm, so was there anything in the first, especially day one? Was there anything day one, first round that you was like, wait, really? Other than being surprised by y'all pick, obviously.
mm, yeah, that part, and then who picked the young brother out of Georgia? I'm looking. San Francisco got Michael Williams out of Georgia,
Yes.
so he fell a little bit, but I think San Francisco. We asked the question about if San Francisco winning in closing based off that pick, and then the rest of some of the picks they have. Yeah, they're
Mm,
probably gonna pay Brock Purdy, and they're gonna do this off of young talent coming in.
trying to rebuild the other parts of it. Yeah. And I noticed that they
Hmm.
did they went defense heavy in this draft. They like almost out of all of their draft picks so far, only two of them have been offensive players. Everybody else is on the defensive side of the ball. And we had talked some during NFL season about how that defense didn't look the same. So like that, I think they're realizing, okay, it might be time to retool on that side of the ball. Um, but they did take a wide receiver and a running back um, in rounds 4 and 5. So I don't know. We'll see. They got Jordan Watkins, wide receiver from Mississippi, and Jordan James, running back from Oregon. My God. Um, yeah, I'll be interested in seeing how that plays out for San Francisco because I know that they are. Um, you know, you know what? I'll say this. I think the thing that has surprised me the most, the team that surprised me the most with the way they've been drafting and how this is shaking out for them is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, that was the other. That's the one that yeah.
I kind of been scratching my head a little bit about what the Steelers are doing. I was like, I don't quite understand what's happening. You took Will Howard from Ohio State in round 6, but Will Howard's not going to start this year. There's no way. Um, and that's no disrespect to him. Just if you took him in round 6 and nobody's taking him before then, it tells me a lot about how people have evaluated. Um, they too, like this has kind of been like especially early. Round 1 was pretty defense heavy. Um, I was surprised by that. It kind of turned that way pretty quickly. Starting with Abdul Carter and kind of continuing from there. I mean, I guess you could say kind of starting with Travis Hunter since he's a corner too, but I mean, I kind of just look at him as a, you know what I mean? So, um, I don't know, man. It was somebody who said that they thought the Chicago. Let me see something. They said the Chicago Bears. So they took Colston Loveland out of Michigan, tight end in the first round. I
Mm-hmm.
was a little surprised by that, but then I realized that with the problems that they have blocking for Caleb Williams, they may end up running a lot of 12 personnel next year. And then that just imagine them having Loveland and Cole Kmet out there together. Um, that kind of it puts me in mind of what Baltimore has with Mark Andrews and Lively. So um, not a bad pickup for them there. They also ended up going after that. You know, they went Luther Burton, the third out of wide receiver out of Missouri in round 2. Got some O line help in round 3. Then they turned to the defense. I I'll be interested. I still think that regardless of what they do, Chicago is probably 2 years from being super competitive. But I do think they'll be better this year. Um, they didn't do bad, not bad at all. Um, I want to take
No,
a good look at this. Take a good look at
Luther
this.
Burton, Ozzie, Trapilo, OT, Shamar Turner, Texas A&M, Ruben. Okay, Maryland. A lot of hybrids went.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of hybrids went, and not a lot of big guys in the middle that could play small or smaller big guys
Hmm.
went. And looking at Chicago, they tight end, receiver, tackle, offensive tackle, linebacker, DT, 2 tackles. So with
Hmm.
everything they got with Roma Duzier, DJ Moore, yeah, they're definitely trying to give Caleb Williams all the weapons they can possibly give him, and also
Because
shorten that option. A lot of teams did this also though. A lot of teams went interior lineman hybrid.
hmm
Kansas City did that shit because they got their ass whooped with that shit. Kansas City said we will not happen again.
oh
So
yeah,
a lot of teams did this.
KC went offensive tackle first round, and I was not surprised at all. I think as the defenses continue to evolve and the players get quicker and faster, and like we're seeing right now, like we're seeing like back in the day, it was one person that did it. Right now, we're seeing a wave of people doing it. It's kind of changing the
Mm-hmm.
way teams choose to protect their quarterbacks. Um, I wasn't necessarily surprised they went offensive line in the first round because I know they needed help there. I also thought there's a couple other things that they may need to attend to, but like because people don't realize, yeah, the Eagles was getting the pat and they was ruining their rhythm, but they couldn't stop them neither. Like it was like it was nothing they could do, no matter what. Um, but I do think that they did a good job of kind of filling some of those holes going defensive tackle in the second round. Omar Norman Lott out of Tennessee. Then they got Ashton Gillette, the edge out of Louisville in round 3. Also getting Noah Williams, cornerback from California, in round 3. So they definitely started addressing some of the issues that they had. Now I was looking at some of these teams, and they got a lot of holes in the draft because of trades that they made that sacrificed draft picks. I will be very interested in seeing if Kansas City makes a play for Shedeur Sanders. I mean, not Shedeur Sanders, for Silo Sanders. He's actually not ranked, like, for him to not be off the board yet. He's actually ranked fairly well for safeties. And they need a safety in Kansas City. So, yeah, I would love to see that. I would love to see that. I think it would be a good landing spot for him. I think he would learn a lot there and would be able to evolve his game a little more. Because he does have some deficiencies, and that's why he's not like the top guy. But you know, he making it do what it do. Now, my Raiders, my Raiders, my Raiders, my Raiders, my Raiders. I don't really know what to make of this. I mean, we did address our needs. I will say that we addressed the things that we needed to address. In a lot of ways. I don't like the Cam Miller from North Dakota State picking round 6 when you could have went another way in the earlier round. We ain't got to get into that yet because it's gonna be a topic of the conversation for the elephant. But um, we took Gentry round 1, which was, I mean, you can't really argue with it. He was clearly the best running back in college football last year. He is the highest drafted running back since Saquon Barkley. We took Jack Beck, wide receiver out of TCU, in round 2. We got Darian Porter, cornerback from Iowa State, in round 3. Also getting Caleb Rogers, guard from Texas Tech, in round 3, and Charles Grant, offensive tackle from William Mary, in round 3. Round 3 was very kind to us. We got to address several things that needed to be addressed. We needed a tackle and a guard. We needed wide receiver help. We needed another corner. We needed a running back. All of those things are needs, and I respect it. I get it. But now we're out of round 3. We move into round 4, and we also have other needs that need to be addressed. It doesn't, like, okay, let's be honest about something. Geno Smith played well in his resurgent appearance in Seattle. I think he played really well. And even when they didn't do super great last year, a lot of it didn't fall on him. He played well for the most part last year. However, I gotta say, I don't know that I see Geno being in silver and black more than 2 seasons. I don't see it. I just don't see it. And more importantly than that, I, for one, fully do not believe that Geno Smith can take us to a Super Bowl. So those 2 things. He's not long term, and I don't think he's the answer to take us where we're trying to go. You filled a lot of holes, but you left a lot of them as well. You went right back and got another wide receiver in round 4, another defensive tackle in round 4, another
Your
defensive tackle in
cornerback
round
you
6.
drafted, that corner you drafted.
You talking about Porter?
I forgot it. Yeah, out of
Iowa State.
There you go. Out of
Yeah.
Iowa State. That's a Richard Sherman, athletic Richard Sherman, fast, big corner.
Oh, that's his comp, Richard Sherman.
That to me, the way I see him after watching them and going through the draft and seeing them as they were talking about it, was like, yeah, the way they explain, that's the way I look at him like that, because I'm looking like Seattle. Pete Carroll's trying to recreate what worked.
Oh yeah, rebuild the Legion of Boom in Vegas. I mean, he's 6'3", which is tall for a corner. Yeah, he's 6'3", which is tall for a corner. So like, I think
fast.
That's the big thing. And we go for speed anyway. He ran a 4.3. Oh shit, pardon me. He ran a 4.3 in the 40. 6.7 seconds of cone drill. Like, yeah, he's quick and he's fast. I don't got a problem with that, because like I said, it meets a need. However, this is getting ready to transition into the elephant conversation. It's getting ready to have to. I can't keep dancing around this shit, because 31 of y'all motherfuckers was playing games. Now I ain't gonna say 31 of y'all, because some of y'all don't need a quarterback at all. You got a good quarterback and you got a quality backup. Understood. I get it. I do understand. But the quarterback who was hoisted by many to be the second best quarterback in the draft behind Cam Ward, and in some cases people had him at number 1, stayed on the board to the 5th round. And there were a couple of quarterbacks that I know are not better than him taking ahead of him. And a team that took a quarterback after him that's definitely not better than him, that could have took him, that had every opportunity to take him soon. I don't have to say it, but I will. Talking about Shedeur Sanders, obviously. First, I want to say this is some bullshit. I want to say that very clearly. This is some bullshit. Um, but I think I know why. I have my own theory about why it's happening, or why it has happened the way it has. But I'm a. What did you make when day one came and went and he didn't get picked? What was your thought?
Wasn't mad. Shocked, a little surprised. Shocked ain't what it is. A little surprised, but not mad because it would just told me what I've already said about the first round, and the New York Giants wanted who they wanted. So okay, cool, no problem. New Orleans doing what they did was like, okay, cool. Excuse me, no problem. Pittsburgh, I actually stayed up through the whole draft because I wanted to watch Pittsburgh picking. I wanted to make up to see Pittsburgh pick and see what Pittsburgh would do. Now, in hindsight, that pick is a beautiful pick, and my condolences to the young brother Harmon's mom. At least you got to see you get drafted. She passed away right after that. But no, I wasn't so much shocked. I just said the second round part was like, wait a minute, he made it out of the second round? Then it went to third round. I'm like, damn, out of the third round, and then New Orleans took Shook out of Louisville. And it was okay.
What up, Green?
Now what up, Green? What else fucked me up was Jalen Milroe went before him. I'm like, oh, third round. I'm like, oh, shit. So
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, is Jalen Milroe more dynamic than him? Yes. Is he a better thrower of the football playing the quarterback position? Yes. Shedeur is better than that. But
yeah.
Is Jalen? Do you know what? Is Jalen Milroe a version of Jalen Hurts before he went to Oklahoma?
Mm-hmm.
Is what you
That's a
kinda
viable
asking for.
comparison. That's a viable comparison. I can see
Is
it.
he that before he went to Oklahoma and they did what he did at Oklahoma at the time?
So then the assumption would be, if that's the case, then maybe he develops into what Jalen Hurts is. I feel you. Okay.
Maybe that's the only thing I got to say. But here's the thing, though. The fall is the fall, but bro, he actually walked into a better situation. He walks into, think about it like this here. You walk into a veteran, we don't know quarterback in Kenny Pickett, and you are the third quarterback for Pete Game. You're his fifth round pick, so your money ain't first round money. So if you show out, you could break the bank if you get a chance to play. You could break the bank. If you show out and play, you can break the bank early.
But they took Dylan Gabriel in round 3. Somebody in here in this scenario about to become a trade chip. Somebody. One of them is going to. One of them is going to.
But you don't have any money tied up long term, so you kind of have a way. The motherfucker who's on the clock, we already know who's on the clock, is now Deshaun Watson. His ass is on the clock for real.
Oh, yeah. There's mad quarterbacks in the building now, bro. Your time is up.
It's either you cut him. I mean, hey, you have to do what Denver did. Hey, Cleveland, look, go ahead and get that out there, out the way now. Take that L, take that dead money cap now.
Yeah.
And just, you know what I'm saying? You got Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's probably this year only, if that. And then you can run with that, but it's something in there. One of these motherfuckers going to have to work.
Oh, yeah. For sure. I agree wholeheartedly. I think I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm watching the board as round 1 is going. And I was at work, so I got it up on one screen. I hope nobody from my job is watching because I wasn't supposed to be doing this. But I had it up on one screen because I couldn't have my phone out. So I'm watching, And as the draft picks are falling, Cam Ward at 1 didn't surprise me. Uh, Again, the Cleveland Jags trade, I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Word. And then the Jags got Travis Hunter, and I was like, oh, they loading up. Um, oh yeah, I'm about to get to that right and just right now, Green, for sure. Um, I saw the draft picks falling. Once we got to our pick, inside in my soul, I knew we were about to take JT. I said we about to take him. We need a running back. Zamir White needs help. And as a matter of fact, Zamir White may end up being the backup because that kid is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I wasn't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, cool. So I have a feeling I know where this is going. I feel like maybe Cleveland did this because they know that none of these other teams are going to take Shador Sanders and they'll just take him there. You know what I'm saying? It's no big deal. We just move back and take him. Nobody else going to take him. Good. Then they went a different way. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay. Round 1 rounds to a close, and I'm just like, holy smoke, are you serious? Like he really didn't get drafted in the first round? This is insane. But it's okay. I'm pretty sure tomorrow he's coming off the board quick. Day 2's done. And I'm just like, yo, I think I know what this is. And unfortunately for him, like your confidence alone didn't do this to you. Like the way that you carry yourself alone did not do this to you. Don't ever get that confused. There's a guy who won the MVP in 2015 who's one of the most brash young men you will ever meet in your life. And he walked in the door and was just like, yeah, I'm here, dog. What's up with it? I'm him. Get ready. It's coming. I ain't scared. Let's get to it. So cool. The difference between you and him, though, is he won a national championship in college. You
And a
did.
Heisman.
And a Heisman.
And,
You
and
did.
he was a force multiplier, a mutant
You
of
know. Yeah.
a,
I mean, I'm not
a
trying. I'm
mutant
not
of a
trying to get
man.
all
So
the physical differences. Yeah, like that's just like a whole nother conversation. But I'm just like, even on just accolades alone and what he accomplished, y'all are not the same. And that's not to say you can't be a young cocky brother like you are. Please, by all means, be you. I like that cocky shit. I'm with it all the way live. I'm a pretty cocky motherfucker myself, but I'm a rapper. I got an excuse. um, the thing that I feel like bit him the hardest, and this is something that I hope other fathers are paying close attention to, because it's a way you can do it without having to say it out loud. Because if you can do it without saying it out loud, it works better for you. Ask LeVar Ball, and now you can ask Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders said, if my son get drafted somewhere I don't want him to be at, and I don't like how shit going, I'm gonna step in. Stop where you at, sir. Your son is a grown ass man playing a grown man's game, signing grown man contracts, dealing with grown man coaches. I'm not saying you have to be silent. No. Hold on. I'm getting there. I'm not saying you have to be silent at all. You don't. As a matter of fact, exactly what you saying you're going to do is what you should do. You ain't got to say it out loud. Because what that did then was put different kind of eyes on your kid. Let his play. You was his coach in college and you his dad. Once he gets drafted, he worked for them now. You still his dad, but he worked for them now. And he signed up to do that. If they fuck him over, do what the fuck you got to do, but you don't got to announce it. Shh, be quiet. Let the process play the way it's supposed to play. Let it play the way it's supposed to play. He gonna get drafted where he get drafted to, regardless of what you say. Regardless of what you say. I'm just saying.
Archie Manning made it very clear. Eli was not going West Coast.
I ain't even got to say it out loud. I ain't even got to say it out loud.
I know.
So I'm just saying, like, I understand where you're coming from, and that's how it should be if it's gonna be that. You feel me? That's how it should be if it's gonna be that. You got arguably the best cornerback in the history of football telling you, hey dog, my son ain't coming to play for y'all. It ain't working like that. You don't want him to play for y'all. He don't want to play for y'all. And if you draft him, he's just gonna go do something else. It's cool. He ain't gotta come play for you. Fine. Do that.
Just don't be when you make the threat to make it sound like you're gonna control the situation. Like control the. Eli got drafted to the Giants. I mean, Eli got drafted. The shit went down the way they needed it to go down. He got to where he wanted to be at. Cool. He signed the contract that he signed. Got the money that he got. There's nothing you can do about that. Him and his agent and the negotiators got to deal with that. It's gonna be what it's gonna be when it comes to that part of it. You just dropped. He gonna make way less money this year in the NFL than he made last year in college. Way less. Way less. And mind you, because he made that money last year in college, it don't matter as much. You know what I'm saying? But it's still a significant change to his status as an NFL player. They trying to teach niggas a lesson right now. That's all they doing. Stay in your place, cuz. Stay in your place. This ain't the NBA. Keep that shit over there. This ain't the NBA. This still the NFL. This still the Shield, bro. It ain't about them. It's about the Shield. Period.
Well, this would bring me to this conversation, then. So I said Archie Manning. Okay. What does Arch Manning look like? Okay, he obviously has to play well in Texas.
Right.
So what's the Arch Manning? The Arch Manning conversation will be the next test of this. We don't know it yet, but he will be the next test.
Oh, hell yeah. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
That would be the next test because all of this is only based off of the same position. Quarterback.
Yep.
John Elway did it in the 80s. He didn't want to go where he got drafted. And he said he go play baseball, end up in Denver. John Elway pulled it. Eli Manning pulled it.
Yes.
Shit. Not Russell didn't threaten it. I forgot. Somebody else threatened this shit. But yeah, motherfuckers have threatened this shit for years.
No doubt.
But it's been mostly all quarterbacks for the most part.
Oh yeah. The only one, I mean, the last time I can really remember somebody that wasn't a quarterback doing is probably Bo Jackson. I don't know. That was a long time ago. Like, that a running back had that kind of power to be like, hey, if you draft me, I ain't coming. Like, nigga, you gotta play. Shut up. Like, you gotta play. You ain't got to protect. You don't have a prospective baseball career over there. You know what I'm
saying? Even Dion kind of did it a little bit.
True. Yeah.
He did do it a little bit. So this is it's oh shit. It's one of them where it's like, all right, damn, 5th round. So, and what's crazy is I throw something out there that you probably didn't even think about. Well, I didn't even think about until I saw it. I was like, yeah, Mason Taylor got drafted by the Jets. Now he's a tight end. Jason Taylor's his uncle, but
the Jets. Oh shit! You know what? I just realized something. What just to put a cap on that part. I think it's fucked up what they did. I think it's fucked up how they played that. I mean, he still ended up where I kind of figured he was gonna end up anyway. It's just a different situation now with them having drafted a quarterback prior to him already and having Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco in the building already. I seriously thought that somebody who was gonna put him in a position to challenge, to not maybe start right away, but you know what I'm saying, to have a fighting chance to at least be the backup and learn from somebody for a little bit. I don't see it playing out that way in Cleveland. As a matter of fact, with them drafting him that low, I wouldn't be surprised if he was the trade bait. I wouldn't be shocked by it at all. I'll be interested now to see where Shiloh goes though. He may not get drafted at this point. You know what I'm saying? And that would be really bad. I think he's a good football player. I'd like to have him in a Raiders uniform personally. He plays like a Raider, so I'd love to have him in a Raider uniform. Speaking of which, let me Green. I'm gonna answer your question right now, bro. And then I got a question I want to ask you, Finn. But Green asked me what I didn't like about what we did in the draft. And I think, I mean, us not taking Shador was a pain in my ass.
because we could use some strengthening in the quarterback room. Of course, we did get Cam Miller late. It's not a terrible pickup, but I don't think he's better than Shador Sanders. So I think in Shador Sanders' case, a lot of people were trying to dodge the circus that comes with that. So yeah, I feel it. I think the Cam Miller pick is a little it's whatever. But we met all of our needs, which was a good thing, which is kind of the first time that's happened in a while where we literally went down the line and addressed everything kind of in terms of severity of what we needed. A running back we definitely needed. Taking him first rubbed me raw a little bit at first, but then I was like, eh. Again, then we got a wide out. We got a pretty good wide out too. Jack Beck for TCU. That's a good pickup because Jacoby Myers is probably the best wide receiver on the team right now, but it's fucking scary because I can't stand him. But that is what it is. That's my own personal shit. Porter out of Iowa State. Phantom had a great. I hadn't even thought about it until Phantom said it. He definitely does have very Richard Sherman esque. I'd like to see him. I'd like to see how he holds up in like man to man, like press coverage. That's always and that's classically been a challenge in a lot of cases for taller corners. Um, what's his name? He used to play for the Panthers.
Dante Jackson.
Dante. That's it.
Dante Jackson.
Okay, he was like 6'4" playing corner, but he was he was actually not bad in press coverage, which
No,
was
not Dante Jackson. You talking about James Bradbury?
Was it Bradbury? He played for the Seahawks. He played for the Panthers too.
Bradbury got drafted by the. They took 2 corners that year. Bradbury got drafted by the Panthers, and I forgot the other guy's name. The other guy, but yeah, Bradbury got drafted. Bradbury was big too. Bradbury wasn't as fast as the one you got.
Oh yeah, nah. Son is yeah. He pretty fast. He pretty fast. But we known for having speed over there. So yeah, and Green we did. We got what's his name? Cody Lindenberg, linebacker out of Minnesota. Here in the last I think it was 6th round. I think that's a good pickup. Shit, listen, our defense the last 2 years been the best it's been in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? The problem has become the offense, which is weird. The problem has become the offense. So I think strengthening the defense is a good idea because we do have a little bit of age on that side of the ball. So that's a good pickup. Getting Pegues, the DT out of the defensive tackle out of Mississippi was a great pickup. As was Hemingway. Not a bad grab. I think we actually did all right in the draft this year, yo. I talked a little shit, you know what I'm saying, but we did all right this year, man. We did okay. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
Talking Hemingway out of South Carolina, he wasn't too bad.
Yeah. I think I think a lot of these players, especially the ones that I think maybe late third round through the end, a lot of what I see there is more potential drafts. You know what I'm saying? Like you look like you can be coached up to be da 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 da. If nothing else, for the quality backup. You know what I'm saying? Injury insurance, absolutely.
No, they were injured. There were some of these picks in the second, third. If you look at some of the drafts, some of these picks in the second, third round, some of them were injured. By the end of the year, they either got injured, and their projections were probably first round, second round talents, but they just got injured. So that's how you get your stickers out of that. And then your second part would be undrafted free agents. Then that tells then the undrafted free agents become pivotal to from your scouting department. So
true that. Hell yeah, that's real shit. That's real shit. I'm looking forward to seeing where everything shake out at. I gotta ask you a question, man. What is Aaron Rodgers gonna do? What do you think Aaron Rodgers should do?
At this point in time, I don't know why. Nothing. I don't know now because Sam Howell just went to Minnesota. Minnesota just traded Sam Howell.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about he's holding out for Minnesota, but Minnesota literally made a jump for Sam Howell to put him on the roster. So does that now take him out of that because of that?
So they got McCarthy, Howell. Who else is in the QB room right now? McCarthy, Howell. That's. Well, Daniel Jones is gone. So, Brett Rippon, the only other person in the QB room right now. So, I mean, he got a fighting chance to be the number 2 guy. Yeah. I mean, Seattle. You think Milroe takes Drew Lock's job right away?
Drew Lock. Where's Drew Lock? Wait,
Seattle. Well,
my
Drew
Sam,
Lock's
they
the backup.
take.
Drew Lock's the backup.
Does
That's what I'm saying. You think he overtakes him like right away? I'm just not impressed with that kid. I think he's terrible.
Can you put a package together for Sam? Can you put a package together for Jalen Milroe to offset Sam Darnold? Yes, you can.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Hell yeah.
You can put a package together to help Jalen Milroe get on the field faster and offset Sam Darnold. Yes, you can.
If Aaron, okay, so now Minnesota's shaking shit up, and I think that to me that kind of takes that whole Aaron Rodgers thing out of play. So now, what does that leave in regards to potential places where he could even? Because I don't think he's going nowhere to be the backup. So where he going to start right now?
Pittsburgh.
I mean, yeah, 'cause they got what makes
Based off the damn draft. Hell, I'm saying Pittsburgh now.
Yeah, I don't think Mason Rudolph and who the fuck else is over there? I can't even remember. Yeah, oh yeah, no doubt, Green. We didn't waste a single pick this year. We got it right. We finally got it right. Finally.
That puts them
Oh
in the
man,
Pittsburgh rank, bro. I mean,
that's true. I mean, I'm trying to figure out why it's taking so like he's talking about retiring. I personally don't see it happening. Um, even though I wouldn't be shocked if he did at this point. Because I don't necessarily think that he's going to get the situation he's looking for unless he goes to Pittsburgh. And a lot of that shit that he be on ain't about to happen in Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? They're not having that shit. So I think that may be some of his hesitation as well, thinking, man, I can go to Pittsburgh and probably be competitive, but I can't really do what I want. And like I said, Will Howard don't take Pittsburgh off the table for Aaron Rodgers for me. Again, no diss to Will Howard. You got drafted into the NFL, bro. I ain't mad at it. But like right now, you're not even a threat to Mason Rudolph in my opinion, just because he's got the experience. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. I'll be very surprised if he plays next season if he's not a starter. Yeah, if he's not a starter.
wherever he goes now, nobody's chasing him. So now it's either we don't need you or it's going to be one of them things where we'll give you a call when we need you.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The Arizona Cardinals got smart. They loaded up on defense in the draft. Like they already like their offense is evolving. They have a quality offense in my opinion. Even with inside private eye playing quarterback, like they figured out some shit. So I'd like to see him and Harrison have a greater degree of chemistry this season. I think it's imperative for their success for them two to get on the same page all the way live. But they invested heavy in the defense in the draft. So I think it's going to be interesting. Next football season is going to be interesting because I think there was more. The teams that were bad were really, really bad, but a lot of that shit in the middle, very competitive. Like not bad, not super good though, but just not like just good football. You know what I'm saying? I'll be interested in seeing how some of that turns this year because almost every year somebody make the playoffs that didn't make it the year before. So like, I'm trying to figure out who's on the bubble, who might sneak in this year that didn't get it last year.
NFC North is finna be a motherfucker because they're telling Caleb Williams, all right, come on, young man, let's go.
Yeah.
And they're doing it. Yeah, they're telling Caleb Williams, all right, my guy, come on. We're gonna do everything we can for you. So his year 2 should look a whole lot better. Even though I'm gonna put it out there right now, I think DJ Moore might end up being out.
Getting
I
traded?
love DJ Moore. He might.
He can come to Vegas, yo. He can come to
Nah, he can come
Vegas.
back.
We'll take him.
Nah,
We
he
will
can come
take
back
him.
to Carolina. Nah, cause he come
No,
back
he
to
can come to
Carolina,
Vegas.
dog.
He don't no need to move backwards, young man. Move forward in your life. Come on.
No, he come back
Come
home,
get some
dog.
of this silver and black in your life. And he automatically becomes the number one wide receiver. And I will smile then. The fact that we still ain't signed Hunter Renfro yet is pissing me off. But yeah. I
You
think
can take
the
Amari. You
NFC
can get Amari. You can get Amari.
nah, I want DJ Moore if we're gonna do that. If he's available, that's what I want. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean the NFC North had three teams in the playoffs this past year. So I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that could be problematic. And I mean, Chicago's gonna hopefully be better. I'm gonna try my best. Like I'm gonna give you 3 weeks this time, Caleb, before I do it. I'm gonna give you 3 weeks this time before I do it. And if you look shit through week 1 through 3, week 4, I'm gonna light your ass up. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you now. Shit, the NFC South I think might actually be pretty dope this year because I know y'all are gonna be better. I think y'all finally found a rhythm as the season went on. You know what I'm saying? Bryce started looking really good. Your boy Chuba Hubbard is just goodness gracious, yo, that shit is incredible. I never heard
And we took
until he started playing for the Panthers. Never heard of him.
South Carolina, brother. That's Matt Rule's. That's Matt. Well, I think that's one of Matt Rule's best draft picks.
Oh
That's
yeah,
still
oh yeah,
there.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Hell yeah, that's real shit. Oh man, I mean, now the NFC West will be interesting because, like I said, I think Arizona will be better. The Seahawks, I don't know. The Rams, we'll have to see. Um, the Rams didn't lose a lot. Cooper Cup, but I mean, they still got Puka Nakua. They still got Matt Stafford,
They got Devontae,
and
didn't they?
they picked up Devontae Adams. Exactly. So that's in my opinion, that's major. Um, I think that some of what we see from Devontae Adams has been a consequence of the situations he's found himself in the last couple seasons. So
Mm-hmm.
sorry that you had to come to the Silver and Black and have a bad experience. We traded away the quarterback you wanted and put some bum ass niggas back there. I would like to apologize on behalf of the Raiders, Devontae Adams. I really would. The 49ers, I don't think there's any way they go 6-11 again. I don't think it happens again. Um, do I think they'll be 10, 7, 11, and 6? I don't know. That's still yet to be seen. They got to pay that boy eventually. Um, and when they do, it's going to change things. And not only that, but Christian McCaffrey, I don't think there's much of the CMC that we know left. I think that the time that he spends out injured is only going to continue to stay the way it is at this point. Maybe not as often, maybe not as long stretches, but it's going to be. He's taking a lot of punishment over time. I don't think people realize how much he touched the ball in Carolina, and then how much he touched the ball since he's been in San Francisco. Like that's a lot of touches. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of touches. So, huh, I'll be very interested to see how that plays. The Falcons are definitely going to be better. The Cowboys, I'm only looking at teams that didn't make the playoffs last year. Our division had 3 teams in the playoffs last year. We the only ones that didn't make it. Um, the Colts may be better this year. The Colts will be better this year. More competent quarterback play than what they've been getting will definitely help their situation. The Bengals, I think, will not be 9-8 this year. I think they will be much better than that. The AFC East is a crapshoot though. The Bills the only team that I look at and be like, yeah, of course. Um,
I think the
the
Patriots will
Dolphins,
be
who
tough.
knows? You said who? The
Patriots gonna
Patriots?
be tough.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. I agree.
They're gonna be tough.
I agree. I agree. Yeah. You know what though? I'm kind of surprised by how they played the whole situation there. Um, just in the way that they went about putting the team back together. I thought it was kind of odd at first, but then once I started seeing it shape up, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I think I see what you're doing here, and I think it's gonna work. Um, I think I officially jumped on board with the changes taking place. And mind you, I hate the fucking Patriots, but this is me saying that I saw what they was doing in respect to shit. When they picked up Stephon Diggs, I realized that they were serious about rectifying the offensive deficiencies that they had. Um, in the last 2, 3 years. They serious, and their defense is gonna be humming. They humming. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that. I don't ever want the Patriots to win another Super Bowl, but I don't mind them being competitive. You know, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Shit. What is oh yeah. Okay. Real quick. Since you here, Green, and you ain't get the you ain't get the I just want to reinforce this how sad I am right now that my Lakers are down 2-1 to the Minnesota Timberwolves. To the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a sad day. It's a sad, sad day. I think I might cry a little bit, but I'm gonna have to wait till after the pod because like fuck.
You gonna cry in the car?
I'm gonna cry in the car. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And what do you think yeah, Green? I think that has a lot to do with it. We have no. This only reinforces my thought that before he got put into the Hall of Fame and you couldn't do it, you should have called Dwight Howard and said, "Hey, you want to come make one more run? Let's make one more run. Come on, let's go get it." And I think if you do that, it changes everything immediately. Changes everything. Because right now people feel like, oh, I'm gonna just take it to the rack. Like we can shoot, sure, but I mean, if we take it in, there ain't nothing gonna happen. Like this, whatever. Luka Doncic is a revolving door, and when his shot is not falling, he's fucking useless. I'm just call it what it is. When his shot's not falling, he's useless. He distributes the ball okay, but I mean, Austin Reeves has really been um a big proponent of that, as well as LeBron James, obviously. Um, I just gotta say,
Ooh,
LeBron
I have to
ain't
pause
look
you
ain't
for a second.
looking it's okay,
I
but
have to pause you for a second.
uh, if they continue to play, yeah, the Knicks better get their shit together too,
I gotta pause
because
you.
they don't look like they are.
I gotta pause you for a second. You still there?
What's up?
Miami Dolphins just drafted a quarterback.
Yeah, no doubt. What's up?
Quinn Ewers of Texas.
What?
Yep. Yep.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Just drafted.
Okay.
I think that's significant.
Oh man. Yo, that's crazy. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh man. Okay. See. Oh shit. There you go. There you go. Oh man. Wow. Yeah, that's gonna matter. Big time. Big time. Shit. Yo, I gotta say, yeah, I do wish Ed was here because I want to talk shit a little bit because I was laughing at the Knicks last night. And I mean, I was laughing at the Knicks the other night, and then now we down 2-1, so I don't really feel like laughing no more. But um, I don't know, man. Detroit is putting up a fucking fight, yo.
Of course. You think
Detroit
anything
is
less
putting up
than
a
that?
fight. Like you know, Detroit is fighting hard. Like I just gotta say, man, salute to Kate Cunningham, to anybody who doubted, because there were people who had some very disparaging things to say about him coming out of college. And I was like, yo, I think the kid's pretty good, and he's shown nothing less than that in Detroit. Um, Super proud of what he's been able to accomplish, man. That's really beautiful. Um, I don't know. I think that I think the more intriguing series for me right now, which I didn't think was going to be, is the Clippers in Denver. That's not quite going the way I thought it was going to go. It's not quite going the way I thought it was going to go. And I can admit that I really thought that Denver was going to, you know, just because of the in large part because of the basketball IQ of some of the people that are playing, that they was going to be able to withstand Clipper magic. But Kawhi Leonard is a superhuman person. I don't think he's from Earth at all. I don't think so. Uh, Denver might be about to go home round one.
I
Denver
picked the
might be
Clippers.
about to go home round one.
I said the
You did,
cyborg is the cyborg. Cyborg is turning back into the cyborg. They fucked.
and it's looking like that right about now. It's looking like that right about now. His Michael Porter Jr. has been absolutely ineffective. Um, for the most part, Kawhi Leonard has him quiet. Shh. Don't do nothing. Don't hit no shots. Don't do shit. Just um,
Cyborg has turned back into
Joker's
the
Joker.
goddamn cyborg.
You know, yeah, absolutely. I mean, shit. Joker's Joker. He does Joker things. But even Joker, their last game was a -20. So I mean, I think when the best player on your team is a -20, second best, well, considered the second best player on your team is a -15. Y'all in pretty big trouble. Y'all in pretty big trouble. Yeah. Uh, I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to the next round. I need this first round to get over with, so we can really see what's going on. Yeah, if you ain't lying, Green. If we ain't careful, we'll be joining them sitting at home after round one to the Minnesota Timberwolves. The fuck? Like, oh man, come on. This is insane. This is not supposed to be happening. I promise you that. It's not supposed to be happening.
You
Shit,
got beat
man.
with
But
a
look,
team with Rudy Gobert on it.
that's just sad. That's just sad. But you know what? 4-2. It's over. I'm calling it now. 4-2. It's over. I'm about to hit Bron in the DM on IG and be like, hey yo man, you can stop playing now. Go ahead, get the shit over with. Get the shit over with. What you doing? Like, nah, but Luca's got to shoot better. I would say he needs to play defense, but that just don't happen. Um, at some point, I don't know whoever's at center. You're gonna have to play tough. It's the playoffs, dog. You can't be no punk right now. Can't be no punk right now. I need you to fight. Because if not, we going home, and there's a lot of blame to go around if that's the case. It's a lot of blame to go around. So, JJ Redick, get your head out your ass. Figure it out. Yeah, get your head out your ass. Figure it out. All right, man. Well, shit, I ain't got nothing else, man. I'm about to stuff my face. I was good today. I didn't eat on the pod. I was good today. So,
Mm.
so I mean, uh, Green. I know you went here. There was a few people hop in and out. I think some people, yeah, Rumble was lit. So yeah, here, but I will come over to Rumble and reply to shit over there. So it's all good. Ev, I hope you good, man. Wherever you at, I know you was in motion on the road, so I hope you okay. Um, yeah, everything's everything. We've got it done. We back Monday night.
And we're gonna have to go through your we're gonna have to go through your Hoyt. You might be
It's up
Hoyt
to you.
coming back
Let me
Monday.
know.
You might be Hoyt Monday night.
Oh man, you said what?
I say you might be
Might be
hurt.
hurt
I
Monday
don't know if
night.
you're
What you mean?
you might be hurt Monday night. When the Lakers play again?
Tomorrow I think. Or do we play today? Hold on, let me see.
They can y'all play either tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's I think it might be tomorrow because today is. Come on, hurry up. OKC is up 2 on Memphis right now. Denver and the Clippers play later. Houston and Golden State play later, and Cleveland beat the wheels off of Miami, up 3-0 right now. Yeah, so we play tomorrow at 12:30 Pacific. Yeah, I'm assuming that's in Pacific. Yeah, 12:30 Pacific time, so it'll be 3:30 for y'all. But yeah, I might be sad Monday, but I don't care. Let's get to it, man. I want to go in depth on some playoff shit because I mean I've been looking at some numbers and shit.
Well, I guess we in business on Monday. I guess we in business on we in business for Monday then.
Some shit looking a little strange to me, but I'm able to get Monday night. Somebody just broke something. Oh shit. I gotta go make sure everything's good. Thank y'all so much for being here. We'll see y'all Monday Night Live 31. You know what I'm saying? Get into it, man. Salute to everybody over at Panther Politics Podcast. Salute to Soul the Interrogator over at the Interrogation Boom Podcast. Out right now, we got episode 179 of Panther Politics Podcast, as well as the last Sidebars interview, which was Poe Mac. Got some other dope interviews coming up on Sidebars. We got Trust Beats, Eddie Ruger, OC from NC. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot getting ready to pop off. So, yeah, we about to have some fun with it, man. Thank y'all so much for locking in, man. Thank y'all for fucking with us on social media and all that. Don't forget, follow us everywhere: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Panther Politics Pod. You can find All Purpose on Facebook. We have our own page on Facebook, so we might make our own IG too. I don't know. Like I'm trying to figure it out. Trying to figure it out as we go, man. But salute to Pretty Kings, Echo Limitless. On behalf of Phantom, Evan All Mightee, I am Seven Da Panther. Peace.
Everything changed but the motivation. City to city, the same song on the station. Controlling the interest. Look how these kids dress, you cashing them.